slow me down or stop me now. The hand of God won't be refused. Resist and rest assured, I'll bring it down. I'll make you wish you'd never been born. I'll make you wish you'd never been born. And all of this will turn to rest just as soon as the rain is dry. I'll be the last one standing up, and you will suffer for your...
Hi, thanks for tuning in to Cora's testimony on my near-death experience. Behind me is the tree where we hit in 2008 at about 70 miles per hour. Now, I'm at the location of the car wreck, like the final destination of the car wreck, like out of my testimony, excuse me. Because in this video vlog, I'm not so much going to be starting it off from the beginning to the end. Since I'm at the location of the car wreck, I'm just gonna go off of the timeline as is of right here. So it's going to be mostly about like my astral projection. Okay, so let me see if I can flip the camera view around. Nope. Okay, well this is going to be interesting. Okay, so this is the tree right here. This is the initials of the driver. As you can see, this is a pretty big tree. Okay. Okay. So up the road right here, our car is coming down. Okay. And I'm gonna get over right where I had astral projected. See, the first curb that we hit is right up here. Right up here, like kind of, I would say probably around that red car and that no parking sign. Okay. So that's where the first curb is. And that's the moment where I astral projected. And now, in the fourth dimension, time doesn't have the same rule as the third dimension. So everything is happening very, very fast in the third dimension. I need to get off the road. Everything's happening very fast in the third dimension, but time is moving slower. Well, it seemed to be moving slower in the fourth dimension. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So, anyways, that's the first curb. And at that moment, I had been projected out yonder over here. Right here on the second curb. Okay, right here in this area. In front of this house. And that's where I met two star beings. That's what I call them, light beings, because they were light. Like they had a white light as a face, and then they had white cascading energy apparel. And then there was one main one, which had vibrational, golden, wavy locks down to the pectoral region. That was the main one. And then the second star person was more, the main one looked more feminine, and then the other one looked more masculine, and that masculine one was right here in this area next to this fire hydrant. And I'm right here, and so my perception at first, when I first came out of my body and was over on this curb, like I was just like awareness. I was more like curious of and trying to regain my coherence of and like my understanding of like my comprehension of what was going on with the sudden shifts of like reality. So at first I'm like over here looking towards this area, like I'm looking at this, at the curb and the street with the grass, and then I like drew my attention upwards, and then I'm looking at the main star person right in front of me, the feminine one. And of course I remember also seeing the door behind the main one, and that was like all telepathic communication. And then there was a moment whenever I looked at the second star being, the male one, and I looked at it, and then just like that I just looked and saw that it was just watching our car come down the street. And I remember viewing the car too, and it was in slow motion, and like waves of color were coming off of it. Okay, so I'm going to make part 2 to this video. I'm a little bit distracted by all of the chaos, and I probably look very strange out here in the neighborhood just recording myself. So yes, I'll be making a part 2 from my home, and I will go into further depth. Okay, thank you.